interested in planting a flowering shrub or two in your landscape this season, I want to talk to you today about some of the new varieties that have become available the last few years. Most of these are improved varieties of selections that we've had in the past, but should perform better for you. First one I want to talk about is the Seven Suns shrub, which is a large shrub. However, the new variety here called Temple of Bloom is a more compact grower. 6, 7, 8 feet is a good size for it. Likes full sun. Interesting plant in that it will bloom in the summer. This one actually blooms a little bit earlier than the species. And after the white flowers have dropped off, you've got these bracts, or a portion of the flower that's left on the plant. Cherry red makes a great show. The other cool thing about this plant is eventually these stems will get big and strong looking, and they have a white peeling bark, so you've got that interest as well. So another one that, years ago when I went to school, we called this Carolina allspice. This is a calycanthus, or a sweet shrub. It has an unusual flower. Got the kind of a burgundy look. Very fragrant, and people argue over the fragrance. Some say it smells more like pineapple, others say strawberry. Some even say juicy fruit gum. So this is about a 6-footer, would tolerate a little bit of shade and still flower nicely for you. Very unusual flower color. This next one is an Aronia, or chokeberry, and that's one of my favorite genuses or shrub families. Aronias, chokeberries, are native to the eastern part of the United States. Nice shrub for sun, and will handle quite a bit of shade. They are multifaceted in that they'll have glossy green foliage, as you see here. They produce white flowers. We've got some buds coming on here. In the fall, they get a nice fall color with lots of reds, oranges, that sort of thing. This is a new variety. It stays very small, 2 foot by 2 foot, so it'll fit in almost anywhere and give you a good shrub. This is a sister plant to it, and both of these came out of the University of Connecticut, so they're very hardy. This is one called Groundhog. I'm showing you an older dormant plant of it. It grows more sideways, 3 feet wide and only 14 or 18 inches tall. Would make a great ground cover. I tell people use this where you normally would maybe use a Grollo sumac, but it's too wet. This will handle the wet soil. Grollo sumac won't give you as many or more good attributes than sumac will. This next one here, you go back in this industry as long as I have, there was a lot of privet shrub or privet hedges planted back in the day. This is one called Straight Talk. It comes out of a northern source, so it's very hardy. It tends to grow vertical. You can see that in its branching habit. So it makes a very good untrimmed hedge. You don't have to trim this one if you don't want to. You get a semi-formal or informal look. You can clip it a little bit here and there if you need to, but great privacy hedge, fairly fast growing, a low maintenance type of hedge plant. So a lot of people come in and they'll ask for limelight hydrangea by name. And limelight has been a mainstay for the last 10, 12 years. Great plant. Now we've come out with another one that's even better yet. We call it Limelight Prime. Limelight Prime hydrangea is all the same toughness of limelight. It's got the big white snowball clusters of flowers in the summertime, in the hottest part of the year. This one just happens to be more compact. So instead of that 8, 9 foot shrub, you've got one that's more like a 5-foot shrub. Comes out with a green flower cluster, turns pure white, eventually goes back to green. Zone 3 hardy, so winter, it'll laugh at our winters every year. So this next one is a new plant, comes out of Canada. Again, extremely hardy. This is called Iceberg Alley Willow. It's a willow that has a lot of pubescence, not only on the foliage, but also on the branching. 5 foot by 5 foot. Willows, like all willows, this one will handle moist soil. So you've got that spot where it's too wet to grow a lot of things. This one will grow there. You've got a kind of an unusual background color with that pubescence there for other plants to be grown in front of it. Extremely hardy, very few problems with it. So that's a good grouping of new plants for the shrub garden. And if you need to know more about them, get a hold of your local professional nurseryman.